truly great Christmas movie should channel the mood of the holiday season. Since we all have different traditions, that means Christmas films can take many chestnut-roasting, Jack Frost-nipping forms. Unrelentingly cheery musicals, vaguely religious dramas, defiantly grim horror films, or gleefully vulgar comedies. We don't want to make any assumptions about what your family or friends are like. Of course, 2021 will not be packed with Christmas markets or trips to the Panto, so you might be after some festive films to keep you entertained this year. With that in mind, we've counted down the most charming, entertaining, and occasionally even terrifying festive movies. I'm going to show you top 10 Christmas movies of all time. Before the start of the video, make sure you leave a like, and if you want to see more content, subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. 10. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, 1989. What the first Vacation did for family road trips, this threequel does for the most wonderful time of the year, and all the anxiety, masochism, bewilderment, and warm fuzzies any extended clan gathering ignites like a match thrown in a shit-filled sewer. Chevy Chase's Clark struggles mightily here to make his house the best lighted one on the planet, to nab his year-end bonus, to fix the newel post, to keep Cousin Eddie at bay, and on and on. But his travails remind viewers that investing too deeply in Christmas-time commerce can result in nerve damage. Wrapping smarmy jokes inside sitcom wrapping paper, the third Vacation movie owns its position on the naughty list. 9. The Nightmare Before Christmas, 1993. If you spend your time debating whether Tim Burton and Henry Selick's macabre stop-motion cartoon is a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie, you'll overlook the celebratory message that proves why it's both. Crossing over from his world, a ghoulish nightmare stuck in perpetual trick-or-treat mode, into the snow-caked Christmas town, convinces Jack Skellington that there's a right way to live. With a little help from his Frankensteined girlfriend Sally, his spectral dog Zero, and Santa Claus himself, Halloween Town's Pumpkin King finds a way to transplant the beating heart of Christmas into the chest cavity of his ghoulish existence. If Danny Elfman's devilish original songs don't sound like holiday-appropriate carols to you, maybe it's time to rewatch The Nightmare Before Christmas. 8. A Christmas Carol, 1951. This chilly Christmas Carol adaptation was released as Scrooge in the UK, and it's deserving of the title, as the black-hearted Alistair Slim is peak Ebenezer, naturally matching Charles Dickens' original description. The cold within him froze his old features, nipped his pointed nose, shriveled his cheek, stiffened his gait, made his eyes red, his thin lips blue, and spoke out shrewdly in his grating voice. The beats are familiar, but few cower next to the ghost of Christmas Present, or melt from calcified wretch into childlike giddiness when the sun rises on Christmas morning, quite like Sim, a Shakespearean thespian who takes the hopeful story as seriously as any of the bard's tragedies. 7. The Apartment, 1960. Most Christmas movies are about family, but there's an element of the holiday season that often gets short shrift: the boozy office party. Luckily, we have The Apartment, director Billy Wilder's acerbic comedy about an insurance company drone, Jack Lemmon, falling for a charming elevator operator, Shirley MacLaine, who works in the same Manhattan high-rise. Infidelity, loneliness, and Mad Men levels of heavy drinking ensue. Is it a conventional Christmas movie? No, not exactly. But its portrayal of whip-smart, self-destructive city folks searching for love is the perfect Santa-less tale for those of us who spend too much time dwelling around the punch bowl. Number 6. Elf, 2003. It's hard to remember a time when Will Ferrell wasn't one of comedy's biggest stars. While Anchorman made him a dorm room favorite, Elf was the film that turned him into a candy-gobbling, box-office-conquering phenomenon. Ferrell's buddy, an adult man who grew up thinking he's an elf, travels to New York to find his biological father, played with greasy smarm by James Caan. By tapping the childlike sense of mischief present in his best SNL characters, director Jon Favreau weaponizes Ferrell's manic energy for a Christmas movie that's sweeter than a candy cane but doesn't give you a post-sugar rush headache. It's the perfect stocking stuffer. Thoughtful, funny, small, and not a pair of socks. 5. The Muppet Christmas Carol, 1992. With a century's worth of Ebenezer Scrooges grumping around the movie history books, it's Michael Caine's performance, towering over and barking at Jim Henson's innocent felt ensemble that feels the most immortal, the most Christmas. Threaded together by the Muppet movie songwriter Paul Williams' original tunes, and given meta-cleverness by Gonzo as Charles Dickens' narration, the Muppet Christmas Carol renews the Victorian classic with an ornamental sense of wonder. The bubbly ghost of Christmas present deserves a place on the Christmas tree. Kermit, in period threads, comes closest to enlivening E.H. Shepard's Wind in the Willows illustrations. Warm, witty, and wonderful, The Muppet Christmas Carol is a testament to Jim Henson's achievements, literally, as his son Brian directed the film shortly after Henson's passing, and dedicated it to his late father. Number 4. Home Alone, 1990. Kevin! Only John Hughes, a master of suburban wish fulfillment, could have conjured such an eccentric, slapsticky, Dennis the Menace-esque greeting card of a movie. Hughes stuffs Home Alone with lots of eccentric details. Buzz's tarantula, that greasy pizza dinner, Harry's gold tooth, the rip-roaring, fake gangster movie Angels with Filthy Souls, the shovel guy, every trap in the grand finale's tricked-out madhouse, and rips through them like a giddy kid on Christmas morning. As Kevin McAllister, Macaulay Culkin summons all of the charm and glee of Tom Hanks in Big, minus 3 feet. And as his mother races home in parallel, his smile wanes at just the right pace. Who knows how Hughes came up with this movie, but my God, Home Alone is immaculate conception. Number 3. Miracle on 34th Street, 1947. The war on Christmas is alive and averted in this 1947 classic. Subliminal pro-Macy's marketing be damned, George Seaton's fanciful story of Kris Kringle and the trial to prove he's the real deal is an ode to the transformative power of believing in something positive. For all the star power in this movie, including a young Natalie Wood as Susan, the girl who needs to believe, it's Edmund Gwenn as Chris, who remains so pure and positive, you really might believe he is Santa by the end. Miracle on 34th Street hovers under To Kill a Mockingbird and 12 Angry Men as one of the great courtroom dramas, even if the legal proceedings don't make a lick of sense. But you'll be too lost in the twinkle of this movie to ever think of it as such. 2. A Christmas Story, 1983. Despite a reputation as a cheerful, running 24 hours a day yuckfest, A Christmas Story also works as a horror movie. Few kid-centric comedies understand the very real terror of being a kid. Director Bob Clark, who helmed the only slightly more sadistic holiday slasher film Black Christmas, mines writer Gene Shepard's nostalgic tales of growing up in Indiana for goofy laughs, heartfelt moments, and bleak scares. The leg lamp, the pole licking, the trip to see Santa at the mall, and the eye-shooting-out finale all have a slightly grotesque Norman Rockwell meets David Cronenberg edge to them. Ralphie isn't just fighting for a Red Ryder BB gun. He's fighting for survival. Number 1. It's a Wonderful Life, 1946. With all the family, forced cheer, and spiked eggnog, the holidays are often a time for maudlin self-reflection. So it only makes sense that the most popular and universally beloved Christmas movie is about a suicidal guy named George Bailey, Jimmy Stewart, who gets his ass metaphorically beaten by the forces of capitalism personified by a rich, bald banker who likes naming things after himself. Only a second-class angel sent down from the heavens after viewing a celestial recap of George's life can save him. Despite its cheery title, It's a Wonderful Life is an oft-depressing parable that asks unpleasant questions and provides few definitive answers. Ho ho ho, right? Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe channel. If you want to suggest us a topic, leave a comment on what you want us to cover in our upcoming videos.